Villagers in Albania and Greece do something that almost no one else does. And what is that? They eat chicory. Many of the vegetables and greens that adorn our American palates, as well as our plates, came from Europe. Many more come from West Asia and Northern Africa. Wonders to our culinary splendor. Tasty adornments to our salads and our fine dining mainstays like radicchio and endive, to name a few. But despite its unique combinations of qualities, chicory has largely been left off our plates. Chicory just doesn't seem to get much respect. Doesn't even get a seat near the kitchen, and is hardly ever in the kitchen. Why? Well, that's a question we seek to answer in this video. Well, there are many reasons to love this plant. It's a perennial plant. It's related to the dandelion. Beautiful blue flowers. Leaves and roots are edible, and the roots we use more for cooking and making this beverage, which may be part of the problem as to why this isn't always used to eat. In America, chicory was primarily used to make coffee substitute or a coffee-like beverage that often was mixed with coffee in a blend. And this became the primary use for chicory. It has become used in food processing as it has inulin. And inulin is used to make sweeteners. It's very useful in that, and that seems to keep it off our plate. So stay with us as we discuss another miracle food that's just waiting to be harvested probably right now in your backyard. Now, as we said, chicory, or Oedipus root, is a food additive. It's used in dietary supplements. The roots are processed to allow processors to extract the inulin they contain. And we'll talk more about that in just a little bit. The roots are roasted to make the ground brewed beverage that's a lot like coffee. And that accounts for a big percentage of the use of chicory in the United States. However, it's inulin, a starch-like molecule similar to fructose, that's a low-calorie, soluble dietary fiber, and that is used in the industry of making sweeteners. And those factors probably account for why we don't see it on our plates on Sunday. But chicory is a very delicious food. You can prepare it in a variety of ways, and it should certainly be on everyone's plate. Bountiful all over North America. Well, there's hardly a place in this country that can't grow chicory. It's probably growing in some wooded lot or someplace very near where you are right now. But the talk of worldwide famine, possibly as early as fall of 2022, the world is reeling in watching the food supplies dwindle for our planet. So, wouldn't it be wise to learn how to find nice, especially nutritious foods that's already abundant right around us? The recent war in the Ukraine has severely limited the amount of grain available to the world markets. So, famine is definitely a possibility. It's been talked about. And even if it wasn't a supply problem of food, what about the cost? Inflation has rocked world economies in 2022, and it's only getting worse. So wouldn't it make sense to find freely available food, possibly as close as your own backyard? That's the purpose of this series of videos, to get us to understand that there are some very important and potent foods that we are ignoring, such as yarrow, dandelion, and of course, today's favorite, chicory. There are all kind of things we can do to increase our food supply for ourselves in our very own environment, our own backyards. We could do things like actually make honey. It's very easy to do. It doesn't take a lot of space. But if you don't want to do something like that, you can easily grow things like dandelions, yarrow, and chicory in your own backyard. And you also can find these in wooded areas nearby. There's no reason why the world should have to suffer from a lack of food. This earth is very bountiful, and should we turn our swords to plowshares, well, that may not happen, but we can certainly do it for ourselves. If you can grow some of your food, you can save some money, and that's always a good idea. So the purpose of this video is to improve your life by showing you ways you can do something really simple, really easy, and really quick, and make your world a much better place. That's all for now. Thanks for joining us on Home Remedies Backyard Miracles Show and Tell. And if you enjoyed this video, be sure to share it with a friend. Sometimes you'll be surprised how much it can help just to get this information. It may not be earth-shaking, but it helps your world, and that's earth-shaking enough.